my name is Moni.
And I'm Naveen from Before You Play.
And today we have another playthrough for you. This time it is for The Loop, Dr. Foe Strikes Back.
This is published by Pandasaurus Games and designed by Théo Rivière and Maxime Rambourg. And it plays 1 to 4 players. It's a fully cooperative game where we're going to be taking on the roles of time agents who are trying to stop a mad scientist.
Yes, this is Dr. Foe, the evil
Foe.
Dr. Foe, who is trying to become the master of the universe by jumping through time and creating clones of themselves. Yeah, and in turn, they're making space or time rifts.
Yeah, and they unknowingly are going to destroy the universe, so
Yes.
we have to kind of stop them.
Exactly. And so this is a game for 1 to 4 players. It's a fully cooperative experience. You can play it solo. And it also includes different modes of play. So once you've fully mastered the standard way of playing, then you can kind of jump into that booklet and experience other ways of playing the game.
Now, as per usual, we are going to go into a rules teach and a rules overview, followed by the actual playthrough and finishing it off with a review. So if you are interested in jumping around, there will be timestamps down below.
We are also going to be using the zoom up card technology if you caught our Rocketman playthrough. But please keep in mind that it is technically a green screen kind of deal. And so some of the cards have green on them.
Yes.
So it's not going to be perfect, but we'll try. Also, if you'd like to check out other reviews of this game, especially if you have kids and would like to know if this game is a good fit for your family, we do have a couple of reviewers we would like to recommend. One being Kidsplaining, who did a live playthrough with their 2 kids. And so we will include a link to their video down below, as well as Board Games with Niramas. They're going to be putting out, I believe it's a solo playthrough of the game in the coming weeks. So we'll include links to their channels down below, so you can go ahead and check them out.
And last but not least, if you are interested in seeing more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
And with that, I think we're ready to get started, right? So if you please direct your attention to the center of the table, we're all set up here for our 2-player game of The Loop, Dr. Foe Strikes Back. And so just kind of give you the lay of the land. In the middle of the table here, we have the main board. And the main board is divided into 7 different eras. This is supposed to represent all of time, right? Starting from the dawn of time all the way to the end of days, or the end of time, I guess.
It ends with a nuke, apparently.
Yeah, and also, speaking of Dr. Foe, we have him right here in his time machine, because he's going to be traveling around to the different eras, spitting out these rift cubes, which are bad, and also making duplicates of himself in the form of these clones, which we're also going to be trying to exterminate. Each player has their own time agent. This is going to be representative of us, and we each have our own asymmetric ability, which we'll probably discuss as we play the game. We also have our own pawn that starts in the era of our color, as well as our own starting deck of 6 cards that are specific to our time agent. Over the course of the game, we will have opportunities to acquire more of these artifact cards. As you can see, we have them kind of around the board, and we will be able to put out more as the game progresses. But for now, we start the game with 6. And also in this game, all of our current hands are public knowledge. And so the way that we do that is we just lay 3 cards out face up in front of us, and those are the cards that we're going to be using on our turn. And so going back to the board, if you notice around the perimeter of the main board here, we have these tiles. These are mission tiles. We always start the game with 2 of them face up. And actually, at any given time, there's always going to be 2 of them showing. And these are basically the object of the game. We're trying to complete these missions by doing various things, such as exterminating those clones, moving around from the different eras, removing rift cubes, and placing energy cubes, etc. Now, the game comes with various modes of play, but today we're going to be playing the standard mode, which is called Sabotage. And so in this mode of play, the object of the game is to complete 4 of these missions. If we are able to do it before the time runs out, or before we lose in these 2 other ways, which we'll talk about, then we win the game. And so the way that a turn works is the very first thing that you do when you are the active player is you're going to have a Dr. Foe phase. So he is the one who's actually going to act first. And that is what this board over here is for. The game is played over a course of 3 cycles. I guess you can call them rounds. And so at the start of the game, we're going to be in the first cycle over here, which means we only put out 1 clone per turn. Or every person's turn, right? We also put out an artifact card. And this is going to get placed over here. There's a symbol on the artifact card that tells you which era to place it in. And then you're going to draw one of the topmost card in this deck. And this is going to tell us where Dr. Foe is going. And so in this example, Dr. Foe is going to the globalization era, which is technically our current era in real life.
Yep, that's right. And this is Dr. Fo's time machine. This is how he goes to and through different parts of time. And so the way we analyze this card is this machine has 3 different pegs or ramps. And so you aim the center ramp at the card symbol that you just pulled. So in this case, globalization right here.
Yes, exactly. And then we're going to place these rift cubes, which are these red cubes, into the time machine. Now, the number of cubes that you place in there is determined by how many clones are in the era that was pulled.
Right.
In this example, there are none. And so you always pull a base value of 2.
Plus 1 per clone that's there. So in this
Exactly.
case, we're only going to be putting 2. So we literally take 2 red cubes, drop them into the time machine, and they get spit out.
Yeah.
Just like that. So these got spit out right into the globalization, but possible for them to kind of split and deviate different directions.
The significance of these rift cubes is if we were ever to have to place a 4th rift cube in any one era, then that era gets destroyed, essentially. You form a vortex.
Too many rifts happen.
Too many rifts. And so what happens is if there's a mission tile that's in that era, it gets removed. You can no longer complete this mission for the rest of the game. It is just out.
Yep.
And instead, it gets replaced by a vortex. And vortexes can never be removed. These are bad. At this point, though, these rift cubes would get removed. If we were to ever have to place a second vortex here by filling this up again, or if we have to place a 4th vortex anywhere on the board, then we lose.
Those are the 2 ways that we can lose. There's also a third way.
Yes, those are the 2 main ways that we lose. The third way is if we get through the entire 3 cycles before winning the game. That's essentially 21 turns because there are 7 of these cards in the entire deck. 1 card per era.
Per location, exactly. Yep.
And then once that phase is done, then you go into player actions. So whoever the active player's turn is can take as many actions as they're able to or as they want to until they're done, essentially.
Yep.
Now, there are 3 main actions that you can take. The first one is moving. And so in order to move to an adjacent era, you have to spend one of these green energy cubes. So these are our friend. The red cubes are bad.
Yes.
So if I wanted to move to an adjacent era, I could spend this. Alternatively, each player has a free move action, and that is tied to your time agent. If I didn't want to spend this green energy cube, I can just say, I'm going to do my free move. I flip this over, and then I can move to an adjacent era. At the end of my turn, this is going to get refreshed. So you always have that one free move every turn.
Yep.
The next type of action you can take, which is pretty much the meat and potatoes of the game, is using the artifact cards that are in your hand, the 3 that are face up. So this is an example of one. This is my energetic Robo Wig. And just so you kind of have an idea about the anatomy of the card, at the top left-hand corner here, they each have one of 4 different symbols, I believe.
Yep.
There's either stripes, there's the swirls,
A star.
the star, and then some of them just have no symbol, and
They're
that's
blank.
considered like a black hole. And then at the bottom here, it tells you what it does. So my energetic Robo Wig will allow me to add 1 energy cube to an adjacent era. If you can't see the color of that cube, it's because it's green. And this is technically
A
green screen technology. So if I wanted to spend this card, I would exhaust it, and I would get to add an energy cube to an adjacent era, either this one or this one. So I'm just going to go ahead and place it right there.
Yep.
Other types of artifact cards allow you to push or pull clones. And the significance of that is each clone has a specific color to it. So I'm just going to use this one as an example. Let's not choose green. This is what a clone looks like. You know, they all have a specific color or a symbol of the era that you need to move them to in order to exterminate them.
Yep.
And so in this example, this clone, I need to push it to this era. As soon as I can get it to that era, then it just gets removed from the board because it's become exterminated. And so cards such as my sniper shotgun allow me to do just that. So this is an example of a card that doesn't have a symbol at the top left. So it is a
Pretty
black
powerful.
hole card, yeah. But it allows me to push up to 2 clones to an adjacent era or eras. So that is a way of getting rid of clones. And you may want to do that because some missions require you to do so. So in this example, this mission says destroy 1 clone in 6 different eras. So if I were able to somehow move this clone all the way to this era, then I would be able to put a red cube on top of that, the symbol representing that era. And now I'll only need to do this 5 more times in different eras, I guess, in order to complete this mission. There are a lot of artifact cards in the game. We're going to discuss all of them as we play the game. And the last type of action that you can take is called looping. So this is where the game gets its namesake. And so basically what you are able to do when you loop, let me find a better example of cards.
Yeah.
Say I had this card instead of this one. See how they both have the exact same symbol at the top left-hand corner? Had I exhausted this already, I could spend an energy cube, so I would have to be in an era that has energy cubes. I could spend one to do a loop. And this allows me to unexhaust all of the cards of one symbol type. So that's why they have symbols on them, because you want to try to synergize the cards that you have in front of you so that you can unexhaust as many of them as possible.
Yep, so that you can redeploy them and reuse them in this
Exactly.
exact same turn.
Yes. The cards that don't have symbols on them can never be unexhausted via a loop. There are other cards in the deck that can potentially let you do that, but you cannot ever loop using them. The first time you loop, it costs 1 energy cube. The second time, it's 2 energy cubes, etc. And that's if you do them all in the same turn.
Yep.
As soon as you are able to complete a mission tile, your pawn needs to be in the era of the mission in order to actually fulfill it.
Yep.
So had we been able to destroy clones in 6 different eras, and this is all full up with 6 cubes, then I could end my turn in this era, and then I would be able to complete the mission afterwards. So once you're done taking turns, the very next thing that you can do is you can acquire an artifact card from the era that you're in. Right now, I'm in an era that doesn't have any artifact cards in it, but had I ended my turn, say, here, then I could take this. It's always optional, because not all artifact cards are going to work well with your deck.
Yep.
But if you do take one, then it actually goes on the top of your draw pile, so that you can have it for sure in the next round. That is the only real way to truly know what you're going to have in the next round. So plan that strategically. And you pretty much kind of rinse and repeat and keep on doing this until you've either won the game or you've lost. And so that's pretty much it. That is the basic gist of how to play the loop. We're just going to get a little bit cleaned up and then get started with a playthrough.
Okay, so we have reset the board. We have shuffled Dr. Foe's deck. We have the Rift Cubes where they belong, and we just need to figure out who goes first.
Ready?
Yep.
Odds and evens?
Okay, sure.
Okay. I'll be evens.
Okay, 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
Evens, it's Monique.
So I'm going to go first. We have asymmetric time agents, so let's talk about what they do. Would you like to go first?
Okay, sure. I am known as Time Prowler. I am the orange pawn that you'll be seeing. And it says during your foe phase, after dropping 1 Rift Cube into the machine, choose one of those that was dropped and remove it. So that's really good, especially if we know that something's going to cause a vortex. I can kind of just barely stop that from happening.
Yeah, that's real nice. And so these time agents all have different levels of complexity. And so if you want to kind of tailor that, you can.
Yep.
So Naveen's time agent is considered a low complexity one.
Yes.
Mine is a medium complexity agent. This is a Robo Finisher 404. And so the way that this works is starting with the second clone that I destroy during my turn. Every time I destroy a clone in an era, I can either add 1 green energy cube or remove a red rift cube from there. But it has to be starting from the second one.
The second one on.
So the first clone does not give that to me.
It's just a setup.
And now for our missions. We have the patch up spacetime. So we need to remove 1 rift cube from 7 different eras. So we need to get to use cards that allow us to remove rift cubes in order to be successful.
Right. So
there.
right now there's only 2 Rift Cubes out, but the Doctor is
We're going to add
doing
more.
some bad things. Yeah.
And the second mission tile is Exverminate the duplicates. So we need to destroy 1 clone in 6 different eras. Okay, so that's something that I'm going to want to try to do because that also goes in line with my ability here.
Yeah, totally.
All right, so are you ready?
Let's do it. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go first with
Okay.
my Dr. Foe phase.
Okay.
So first things first, we are going to add a clone to the board.
From the clone bag.
Yes, and we started with 7 of them on the board. That is specific to the 2-player game.
Okay, so we look at the back side. That's where the starting position is. Then we
Yes.
flip it over. And so now we know that this clone needs to get here in order for it to be destroyed.
Yes, and so they are starting in the Renaissance era.
Renaissance, yes.
Then we're going to add an artifact card to the board, and this is the Hammer of Thor. So this will allow us to push any number of clones to an adjacent era. So that's nice and helpful.
Wow.
And we're going to go ahead and place it.
In the matching location,
Yeah, which is
the
here.
Renaissance.
So no, I think this is a medieval.
Oh, sorry, medieval.
era.
Yes.
So if I end my turn here, then I can acquire that artifact card if I like.
Next to the Renaissance. Sorry.
All right, let's see where Dr. Foe is going.
Oh.
And it looks like they're going to the end of time.
End of times.
So 2 rift cubes. There are no clones in here, so it's only 2.
All right, I'll drop it in.
Thank you.
Okay, 1 is where you are, and 1
Perfect.
is in the end of times. That's not bad.
All right, and so now I'm going to go into my actions.
Sure.
What do we want to focus on right now? So we need to remove rift cubes and we need to destroy clones.
So, okay, I will tell you on my turn, I have the ability to destroy 2 clones without even moving.
Nice.
So I have the Brawler's Gloves, which is push 1 clone to an adjacent era. This one needs to go to purple, and this one needs to go to green. So
Okay.
if you want to save those for me, then you can do that.
Well, the thing is, I have this sniper shotgun.
Okay.
That this is a sniper shotgun. It'll allow me to push up to 2 clones to an adjacent era. So
you can also do the same.
If I make my way over to the era that you're in, I can push them both. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move.
Okay.
So I'm going to move to your era by spending this energy cube.
Okay.
So now that's out. And then I'm going to use my sniper shotgun, the one that we just talked about, which is going to allow me to push up to 2 clones to an adjacent era or eras.
Right.
So they don't have to both go to the same place. I'm going to go ahead and exhaust that. So I'm going to push both of these to their destinations. This one goes here.
Okay.
And
so because you did that, that is one of our missions done. So
yes,
that's going to go right there.
Specifically in that era. And this gets removed because it's now been destroyed. I'm going to go ahead and push this here.
Okay.
And so that's now, a second place where we defeated a clone. Yes. And because of my ability here, that was my second clone. I can either add an energy cube or remove a rift cube there. Let's remove a rift cube.
Yeah, because that's part of the mission.
Because then that's this mission. So that I removed a rift cube from the industrial era,
the green
which is
era.
the green one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Very good.
Now I'm going to use my random punchline generator. And this card allows me to either add 1 green energy cube or remove a rift cube from specifically Dr. Foe's era. And so I'm going to go ahead and remove a rift cube from Dr. Foe's era. So let's get that out. That'll be the end of times
so
for
we
that
have
mission.
2 towards the 7 here, and we have 2 towards the 6 here. Very good.
Yes, so that gets exhausted. My last card here is my time-proof coat. And we're just going to go ahead and show these cards the first time we use them, and we'll just talk about them as we play the game. And sorry, this is a green background, so it's probably transparent. But this says I can remove a rift cube from an adjacent era. Nice. So let's go ahead and do that so that we can remove this one.
Wow.
And that is
the Age of Robotics. Yep.
Okay, Age of Robots, which is apparently the era that we're going to be moving into after our current one in real life. So I could technically do a loop to refresh one of these cards, but I think I won't because so that we can save this energy cube for Naveen.
Yes.
And instead, I'm going to spend my free move to this era so that I could potentially pick up this artifact card.
Okay. What does that say?
Now, granted, this is a card that doesn't have a symbol, so it's not going to be useful for looping. But this card is Matryoshka. It says I can remove 2 rift cubes from my era. If there's another agent in my era, I can also remove 1 from each adjacent era. Wow. That's great. I'm going to take it.
Okay, sounds good.
So
that goes on top.
Yes, cards that you acquire during your turn go on top of your draw deck because
so you're getting it.
You're getting it, exactly. Mm-hmm. At that point, we see if we complete a mission, which we haven't yet, and then end of turn. I'm going to flip this to charge my batteries. All of my hand gets discarded. And then all players at this point would draw up to 3, because sometimes you might have a situation where other players around the table will have less than 3 cards. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to draw up my new hand. All right, Naveen.
Oh, perfect. You drew all your black holes, so it didn't matter.
Yeah,
that's good.
That's true. Yeah. I can't loop now.
Yeah.
And if you want to know what your starting distribution is, on your actual player tile, it tells you the distribution of symbols that you have in your starting hand.
Yep.
Okay. So these go back in the bag.
There you go, back in the bag. Yep.
We have a strong start here, I think.
So far, so good.
With these missions,
I don't even know where I'm going right now.
All right, are you ready?
Yes.
So here is your clone.
Okay.
So this is going to get placed here.
Ooh. It needs to go to the Renaissance.
Yeah,
okay.
That needs to go far. The artifact card, and so this is going to go here. So.
Very good.
Then I'll go ahead and draw this for you.
Yes, please.
We are going. Dr. Foe is going to the Renaissance.
Okay, this is a problem. So we're going to go here. And now, because they are going to the Renaissance, it's a base 2 plus 1 for every clone. So 4 total cubes.
I mean, fortunately, none of these 3 eras are at risk.
Are in trouble as of right now. Unless 4 go into 1, then that's a bad thing.
Don't drop them that way. Uh-oh.
Oh, wow. Okay. It is what it is.
Naveen, you know what you need to do.
I need to find my way there.
Yeah. You definitely need to do some damage control over here.
Wow. Okay, so I think the first thing I want to do is get moving. Now, I have this digital watch. Do you want me to add 1? It basically says I can add 1 cube, 1 green cube, energy cube to
the
this
next era.
Yeah,
you can if you want to just kind of spend energy cubes to get your way over here.
Yeah, I think so.
Wait. You have to use your ability.
Yes, that's right. Okay, my ability as a time prowler is during your foe phase, after dropping these cubes in, I get to choose 1 to take away. I will take this one away.
So it's like it was never placed.
Good idea.
Yeah, that's really important.
That is a very important one.
Now, what were you saying?
Okay, so I will try to move my way over here and try, because I can push to an adjacent era, so I should start pushing things away. So I'm going to spend this green cube to move
Okay.
into here.
Yep.
I think I'm going to spend my free move, which will be flipping this over and using my battery to go into the Renaissance. And now that I'm here, I'm going to play my Brawler's Gloves.
Ah, okay. So the Brawler's Glove says you could push one clone to an adjacent era.
Yep.
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm seeing that this new tile needs to go to the, not the Renaissance, the medieval times. So I'm going to push them into the medieval times, and then that's done right there.
They're also color coded, by the way. You don't have to remember that this is the medieval. And if there's any difficulty with color, then they all also have a symbol.
A symbol, yeah.
So you can apply that.
Because that is a new location, then we are going to go ahead and put out another one of these.
Nice, because you've defeated, you've destroyed a clone, in that era. Very good.
Yeah. So we've destroyed clones in purple, green, and yellow.
All right.
And then I have the Quantum Band. It just basically says I remove one Rift Cube from where I am.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and tap that right now. Let's go ahead and get rid of this. And because I did that, that is in a new area. So that's going to go here.
Nice. So you just need 3 more to complete that mission.
3 more, yes, in all the other 3 locations.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tuck this under so we know it's
not my card.
Yeah. So this is your last card.
Yeah, so it says add 1 energy cube to the next era. So specifically, the next era is the next in human timeline. So it's going to be into your era.
Right.
It's not an adjacent.
It's not just any adjacent. It has to go clockwise.
Exactly, yep. Because it's happening next in timeline. So I am going to do that and put that out there for you.
Okay. Now, would you like to loop? Because these 2 cards are technically the same symbol. Do you think they will be of use to you? I mean, you could technically spend this energy cube to move here.
And then loop.
And then loop using that cube. And then use that to remove that energy
which
cube.
Is 1 more to that.
Right.
Interesting. Or do you think I would rather do the loop and actually tap this one right here, which allows me to push, and I can push this blue into here.
Yeah, that's also good.
Okay. So I'm going to spend this energy to move. I'm going to spend this to do our first loop. So because I'm looping, I'm going to untap this symbol, the swirly symbol.
Okay.
Okay. And then because I did that, now I can reactivate this card.
You didn't want to do these. Because these let you do 2 things compared to just
one. It does
one.
let me do 2 things. Well, okay, I will be I'll be a team player.
No.
That's good. This also works.
I don't want to.
This also works, and I'm already here, so to maybe manage the blue in a future turn. So no problem. So I'll do that. I'm going to remove 1 from this era, so that's going to go here. So now we're all close there.
Nice.
And then I'm going to add 1 green to the next era, which is right there in the timeline.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Perfect.
All right, that's that.
Now that you're done with your action phase, would you like this artifact card?
I have 2 of those stacked symbols, so I might as well take it. The stripes, yeah.
Okay. So this is the Hammer of Thor. If you've never seen it before, that's what it looks like. It says you can push any number of clones to an adjacent era or eras. Ooh, that is a fantastic card. Any number of clones.
Fantastic, because remember I wanted to untap this. I totally forgot I had the option for this card.
And your stripes haven't come out yet, so you could do a loop with that. It's perfect. Good job.
Solid.
Okay, so then we would check if any missions have been completed. Not yet.
Nope.
Go ahead and flip your tile to charge your batteries.
Yep.
And go ahead and discard cards and draw them up again.
All right, cool. So I know I'm getting that Hammer of Thor out.
Yes.
2 and okay.
Sweet. So you can do a loop with those.
I could.
All right, let's see where Dr. Foe is going. So we're going to put out another clone. And I'll put out an artifact card now.
Where do you go?
So this is Gutenberg's Wormhole. Oh, okay. So let's remove one of these Rift Cubes from your era, then remove 1 from any vortex.
Oh, nice.
So, and this is going to
start. If there's a vortex issue, then that'll be nice.
Then it would be more useful.
Yeah. Okay. So I pulled this one out. It is from the globalization.
Yes.
And it's trying to go to industrialization.
Okay.
Not too far, just neighboring.
All right. So let's see where Dr. Foe is going.
There you go.
Our era. The era of globalization. So there you go. And there is 1 clone.
The one I just put there.
The new clone, which means we're going to put 3 Rift Cubes.
3. You want me to drop it in?
Yeah, sure.
You want to drop it in? Okay.
I'm worried. Let's see. Okay.
A little even distribution.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good.
Bad.
Very good.
So 1, 2, and 3. Okay. So our missions, we only need 2 more.
This is a good thing here. So because these need to be in all 7 over here.
Yep.
This globalization area needed a red cube.
Right.
in order to satisfy this, right? Because you can't take one out if there's not one there.
Yes,
So
that's true.
you're going over there. You want to handle that one, and on my turn, I can go over here and handle this one. And then because you have to have your meeple in that area, then I can satisfy the mission.
Well, let me see if I could do both.
And then end over.
I think the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to move here.
Okay.
So I'm going to spend this energy cube to do so. I'm going to move over to the globalization era. And now I'm going to use my Matryoshka card. So this is the card that I acquired last round that lets me remove 2 rift cubes from my era. Had you been there, I would have also been able to remove one from each adjacent era. But I'm just going to do it to remove this one, since we do need that for this mission.
Cool.
And then, so that's been spent.
Yep.
Then I'm going to use my 1000 League Boots.
Okay.
So this is my 1000 League Boots card. It says I can move to any era and then push 1 clone there to an adjacent era. So I'm going to go ahead and move over here.
Okay.
And I'm going to push this clone this way. So this gets exterminated.
Okay.
So that's the first one.
Is there a reason why you're doing that way? Oh, can you pull? Are you going to be able to pull?
I will move.
Okay.
I'm going to move over here using this energy cube.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend my confusion dart launcher, which lets me pull a clone from an adjacent era and then push to an adjacent era. I'm going to pull
the pink one over.
The pink one over here and then push the blue one over here.
Nice.
And because this is the second one, my ability allows me to remove a rift cube from there.
Nice.
So let's go ahead and do that. And that completes
that mission.
This mission. So I'm just going to do my free move to move over here,
right,
so that we can complete the mission tile.
Very good.
And we can see what our next one is. So that's it. None of these artifact cards, I'm not allowed to loop with any of them because they don't have any of the symbols.
So by you removing that red rift cube here,
yes,
we no, that's not that one. That's this one over here. It's the blue by pushing into here.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Yes, I pushed the clone into the blue.
That's what it was. Yeah, I was like, something is not right.
I also did it here, but I think we've
already done that one. Yeah.
Okay, so these 2 go back in the bag.
Very good.
And I'm going to end my turn here, my action phase. Let me see what this artifact does. Oh, it's another one of those black hole artifacts. There's no symbol associated. And this says you can draw an artifact card, remove 1 rift cube from that card's origin era. I think I'm going to leave it here.
I would leave it, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't synergize with looping, and you never know what you're going to draw.
Yes.
So you can't
it's not,
really plan
it's
on
just going to kind of clog my hand too. I'm going to leave it.
I think so.
So let's complete this mission.
Sure.
Okay, so all of these cubes go away.
That's a supply.
This is 1 mission down.
Cool.
And because we completed a mission, we get a reward. So
yes,
I'm going to go ahead and lay out these artifacts, and then we can decide which one we'd like.
Okay, so basically we get to choose, right?
Yes. So I'm going to go ahead and lay them out here,
okay,
and then we can collectively decide which ones to choose.
All right, so the star-shaped and the line-shaped ones are in line with my deck already, so
okay,
I can take either one. I'll let you have first dibs.
I think I would prefer to not take this one because
sure.
I start the game with so many of those symbol-less cards, I guess.
I think maybe you take the 56k modem because it goes hand in hand with your special ability, because that allows you to push around a clone.
Yeah.
If pushing around a clone helps you discard
That's
a clone,
not bad.
then it can help you out.
This is the one that I'm selecting. It is the 56k modem, and so it says that in my era, I can either push 1 clone to an adjacent era or remove 1 rift cube or add an energy cube. So that's nice. I'll take it.
Yeah.
So this is going to go on top of my draw pile.
Yep.
Right there.
All right. I think I'm going to take the Holy Grail.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So Naveed's going to take the Holy Grail, and this says he can add 1 energy cube to an adjacent era until there are as many energy cubes as there are rift cubes. So as many green cubes as there are red cubes, essentially.
So
cool.
Keep that there.
So then
We're going
this
to trash
gets
that other
discarded.
one. Yep.
Okay.
Cool.
And then we reveal the next mission. So you always reveal from the era where Dr. Foe is.
Yep.
If this were to have been revealed already, or if there's a vortex, and you just go clockwise. Okay, so this is do a loop on 6 different eras.
Nice.
Okay, cool. It's coming at a kind of a nice time because we're starting to build our deck a little bit more.
That's
so
true,
the possibility of loops is higher.
I could do it on my turn, so that's good.
All right, I'm going to discard this.
Okay.
And it's your turn.
Cool. So we need to dump a clone into this location as well as this location or this location. Now there's no clones out that have this destination, and I see no clones that have this destination. So the only one right now until we seed it.
Well, we're going to seed it now.
Yeah, we'll seed it right now.
I'll go ahead and hand you this. There you go. And an artifact card.
Okay.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put this out.
Sure.
I think it's here.
Where it belongs, yep.
Yeah. Good.
Okay, this one is in the Renaissance, and it's trying to go here into the industrialization.
All right, let's see where Dr. Foe is going.
Oh, to the medieval
the
times.
medieval
So it's
times.
going to be here.
So three rift cubes.
So yeah, 1 plus the 2. So.
No big risk at the moment. And these places, even though we completed the mission here, it can still have a vortex.
That's right.
So it's not safe.
Not completely safe.
No.
All
Nice.
right, 1 of each.
I like this even distribution.
Okay, so since that's my special power, I think I will get rid of this one.
Oh yes, can't forget that.
Okay, I'm going to start by using my Prowler's Coat.
Okay, it's your first time using this?
First time using it.
So this allows him to move one era and then remove a rift cube from your era.
Perfect. So I'm going to be moving here, and I'm going to remove this rift cube.
Nice.
So that goes out. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use my free move, which is going to flip me over.
Okay.
And I'm going to go into this era. And then I'm using my Hammer of Thor, which basically says push any number of clones to an adjacent era or eras.
Cool.
So I will go ahead and do that. I'm going to push this one into here.
Yep.
That's
Yep,
done.
that's out.
And so we get 1 cube here. So we just need 1 more, either in that era or that era.
Yes.
And the other one I'm going to push is I'm going to push this purple one over here.
Very good.
So
Just a
it's
little bit closer.
Yeah. Okay, and then the final thing I'm going to do is use my bag of tricks, which is to add 1 to the previous era. So the previous era is something that went back in time.
Yeah.
So from there, we're going to go to the Renaissance. And I should probably loop here, right? But the only thing is, I don't really have much to do when
You don't
loop.
have an energy cube.
Oh, I don't even have an energy cube.
Yeah, so
Never
I kind of
mind.
depleted the energy cubes a little bit. We need to put a little bit more of them out
We do.
so that we can complete this mission.
We do.
Okay, and there is no artifact card there for you to acquire.
No.
So done with the missions, go ahead and discard your cards.
Yep.
And it is back to me. So Dr. Foe has traveled to 4 different eras. That means there are 3 of them still left
Right.
in that deck. So we can kind of predict potentially.
Ooh, that's good.
Which one?
That we need that to get to here because that's one of the 2 that we're missing.
Okay, yeah, is that the only one? That's a
No,
far distance.
It's that's the only one that we actually can do
Oh.
because we need something else to go here, but there's no clones that match that icon.
Yeah.
Traveling
So I
there.
have to get that one all the way over here. Okay.
Yes. That's a lot of work.
All right. And
Maybe
then
you can do it.
here's the artifact card. Goes to blue. So now we have 2 of them over.
Okay.
Oh no. Is that the place? Is that right
That's
place?
blue. Yep.
Okay. So let's see where he's going.
To blue.
Speaking of blue,
Right where you are.
the dawn of time.
So no clones here. So just
yeah, so just 2.
2 cubes. You want me to do it? Or you got it?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Okay.
Ooh.
So things are looking not bad.
Other than this area.
Okay, I don't have a whole lot here that's going to allow me to exterminate clones.
Nope.
So what I think I'm going to try to do is just kind of plop off energy cubes
Yes.
so that you can do them, and then I'll try to loop once.
Yeah, that'll be
Because
good.
if you need to loop twice in the same round and the same turn,
Costs 2
it
cubes.
costs 2 more cubes. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to start by moving. Oops, I was supposed to recharge this.
Oh,
So
yeah,
I'm going to go ahead and flip this over and spend my free move now to move this way.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend my Matryoshka, which is the card that I had last turn. It came up again, which lets me remove 2 rift cubes from my era.
Wow.
So I'm going to go ahead and remove this. There is no adjacent, or there is no other agent here, or else I would have been able to do more.
Do you really want to do that?
Why?
Because, okay, so let me just tell you, I have the Holy Grail. It says add any number of energy cubes to an adjacent era. So if I was to move over until there are as many energy cubes as there are rift cubes, so I can add 2. We could get rid of them though if you're kind of worried about it. We know for a fact that green or purple are going to be the ones that are pulled because of the layout over here.
Right. I'm
So-
not worried about it. I just have this card. Okay, fine. Let's just say that before I left, I removed
You
this
used it on
rift
there?
cube then.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
just the one. Okay, so I used my free move to move over here. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend my 56k modem.
Okay.
And I'm going to, should we just push this?
Yeah, just get it off the table.
Or you know what? No, I have to add an energy cube or else I can't move. Because I want to go over here.
Right, okay.
Yeah, so we'll go ahead and add the green energy cube, but I'm going to spend it
Okay.
to move.
So you're spending it. Okay.
Yeah. And then I will use my energetic robo wig.
Okay.
That just lets me add an energy cube to an adjacent era. So should I add it here then?
Yeah,
Since
so I
you're
can
here?
get out of there.
Okay,
Yeah.
so go ahead and add a green energy cube.
Cool.
And then I'm going to spend this one to loop.
Nice.
So this is the first time we're looping. And unfortunately, all of my symbols are,
Different.
they're different, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go ahead and just loop with this, unexhaust my RoboWig, and
Okay.
do it again.
Sounds good.
So do you want a second one in your era, or do you want me to put it here?
Maybe put it over here.
Okay.
And then, actually, I'm going to be putting 2 here, so that'll be 3 there. So maybe put it in my era.
Yeah.
By the way, by you looping in the Renaissance, that is one of our missions.
Yes.
Before I forget. There we go.
Fantastic. Okay, yeah, go ahead and put the energy cube there.
Okay, cool.
All right, and that's it for my actions. So I'm gonna see, do I want one of these artifact cards? It's been a while since I've acquired a new one.
So
and
you have both those symbols showing right now.
yes,
I don't
but
remember what
the
what
only
else
extra card that I think I've picked up was this one, which is the swirly symbol, and
so.
another symbolless card. So, ooh, I'm gonna take this one, Columbus's Quadrant.
Okay.
So this one's nice because I can add one energy cube to my era and then move to any era.
Oh, perfect.
So
yeah.
movement, anything that lets you move to any
Move for
era
free.
for me, I think is really, really valuable.
Yeah.
All right, so
Totally.
I'm go ahead and discard these and recharge my my person.
Easy to forget.
All right, so it's back to you.
All right, so let's go ahead and put out a clone, and then we need an artifact.
Yes, I've synergized
Oh,
finally.
nice.
Yeah, artifact card.
Okay, and here's our clone. Oh, perfect. They need to go here.
Nice. Hey,
Excellent.
that's gonna be our last one.
Yeah, so instead of all this hard work that you were talking about, now the hard work is getting to it because you moved out of the way.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
All right, let's see where Dr. Foe is going. And it is purple. It was 50-50 there.
That's true, yeah.
So there are, oh no, there are 2 clones here.
Yeah.
So 4 rift cubes.
4 cubes. All right, here comes a 4.
Good luck.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Well.
Look at that distribution.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, what are you
I took that
doing?
from there, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing. There we go.
Which one are you not gonna drop?
Shoot. So the next one pulled is going to be green for sure.
Yeah, so
Without
neither
a
of those
doubt.
are
So
at
none of
risk
them
there.
are completely at risk. I'm going to remove from here
Okay.
because I think I can do some stuff.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Go for it, Naveen. Good luck. We just need this one more to complete this mission. And
This
maybe
mission
loop
here?
somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I don't have the ability to push, which is the very unfortunate thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, well, maybe you can do that thing, the plopping
Yeah.
energy
So
cubes.
I do have the Holy Grail. So if I move here,
Yeah.
then it says add energy to an adjacent era until there are as many energy as there are rift cubes. So if I move here, I can add 3 energy cubes here.
Oh no, you made me not remove
I
the
did.
rift cubes.
I did, yeah.
You bamboozled us, Naveen.
Well, a better opportunity has shown its way.
Opportunist.
What, you want 2 there and me running away from this problem?
No, I
or-
don't. But I am worried about this location now. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's
All
go ahead
locations are problematic right now, or at least half of them are problematic. Yeah. All right, so
right.
I'm going to spend that cube that you dropped off for me to
Okay.
move me here. This is not competitive. We're working together. Okay. So I'm going to spend that Holy Grail,
Yeah.
which is going to now put 3 energy cubes out.
That'll be
onto
nice.
this spot right
you
here.
could even loop there twice. Oh,
Yeah.
well, you wouldn't want to actually, because they have to be in different locations.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, then I can remove 1 rift cube from one of the next 2 eras.
Okay.
So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of 1 from here, right?
Yep.
Okay.
I think so.
And then I have Bag of Tricks, add 1 energy to the previous era. So I'm going to leave 1 behind here. So there's a little breadcrumb trail for you to get to.
Nice.
So
I
have...
think the previous era. Previous?
Oh, sorry, it's previous era, yeah. So I still have my free move.
Yeah.
So I think I'm at move and then loop. So let's do it. So we're going to move for free.
Yep.
This one was spent. And we are now going to move into here. I will spend 1 to loop.
Okay.
And so because I'm looping in the purple, that is
Yes.
1 mission done.
Or 1/6 of the mission.
1/6 of the mission's done, yeah. So then now, which one should I do? Should I do the add green cubes
Well, if you
again?
loop the stripes, they both get
If I loop the
unexhausted.
stripes, yes, you're right. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, so then I will spend this one, add 1 to the previous era, which is perfect because that leaves a breadcrumb for you.
Thank you.
And then I remove 1 from one of the next 2 eras. I will remove this one from there.
Awesome.
You
could technically move, and then loop there.
Yeah, I could. Oh.
Did you just use this? All you done with
I
this?
did, yeah. So I'm all done.
Yeah, you could, because we still need that era. We need somebody to loop in that
I need to
era.
loop in that era. Okay, you want to do it? Yeah,
I think
okay.
so. Right? Time
All
is
right.
of the essence.
Time is of the essence.
In
So
the loop.
I'm using this to move. I'm using the one that I left behind
Yep.
to move. And then I have, because it's my second loop, I'm
Yep.
going to use these 2
Perfect.
to loop. And then I should probably just do the same one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Where these 2 go.
And then we need a red cube
That's right.
to
So
represent.
we're halfway through this one.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to add 1 energy to the previous era. Here you go, Monique. That's for you.
Thank you.
So that's tapped. Yep. And remove 1 from one of the next 2 eras. It's going to be this one right here.
Awesome.
Out.
Nice. Solid.
Done. Yes.
So we're about halfway there, and just one more.
Just one more, yeah.
For that one. All right. So we already know where Dr. Foe is going.
Definitely going to green.
No secrets here,
no
right?
green has been shown.
And this is going to go
Ooh.
start there. Okay, so that just needs to go adjacent.
Okay.
And here's the artifact card. This is going to be the last turn of the cycle.
This era,
which is scary, because then now we're going to move into 2 clones.
Danger area, yeah.
Okay.
So green for sure.
Yep.
If it wasn't green, something would be very wrong. So that goes there.
So just 2.
Just 2.
2 red cubes.
All right. So let me get out of the way. Ooh.
Both there.
Both in green.
Oh, scary,
Maybe
because we're gonna shuffle all of these cards, so we don't know what's coming up next. Oh no! If I complete this though,
then it wipes it out.
No, I don't think so.
No.
I think when you complete missions, only these
Those
cubes get removed, because technically eras that have completed missions can still have a vortex placed.
Right.
So that would be nice though. Okay, then I am going to start by using my time-proof coat that lets me remove a rift cube from an adjacent era. So let's just kind of relieve some of this
Be done with that.
pressure. And then I'm going to do my Columbus quadrant, which lets me add an energy cube to my era, please.
Okay.
And then move to any era. So that's
solid.
that nice way of moving about. I'm going to move over here.
Very nice.
So that I can use my 1,000 league boots to, this lets me move to any era as well. In that case, let's not move there yet.
Okay.
Let's move here. Let's move here.
Okay.
So then I'm going to spend this energy cube to loop.
Nice.
Yeah, so that we have one down here in the end of times era. So I'm going to unexhaust both of these since they're both the swirl cards.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to use my 1,000 league boots to move to any era and then push a clone to an adjacent era. So I'm going to move here and push this clone here.
Nice.
Which finishes that. Oh no, that
No,
one.
this one over here.
This mission right
So
there.
this mission is complete. If you can end up there, then it'll be you. If not, I can do it technically.
I'll make my way over there.
It'll be best if you can, because I'd rather not have to hang tight there the whole time.
I'll spend my free move to move to this era.
Okay.
And then use my time-proof coat again to remove this rift cube, because it's from an adjacent era.
Perfect.
Just to alleviate some of that. And my final card, the Columbus Quadrant again, to add an energy cube here, please.
Yep.
And then I can move to any era. So I'm just going to move over to this one so that we can complete that mission.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Nice. Very good.
So no new artifact cards because there are none there. But yes, we do get to complete this mission.
6 different locations.
It's done.
Cool.
So that's 2 out of 4.
Okay.
And
so the
we get a gift.
Oh yeah, we do get a gift. Yes.
So here are the 3 artifact cards.
Ooh, which ones are you
decide.
synergizing with?
I've been collecting the swirly ones.
Okay. Oh wow, this is a lot of push pull.
But I just had 2 of my swirly ones come out. I don't know.
Well, since you have the swirly symbol a lot, I mean, maybe you used them now, but it'll come up later. So Excalibur looks pretty good.
Excalibur looks pretty sweet.
Yeah.
So this is Excalibur. This has a lot to do with the clones. It says I can either push one clone to an adjacent era or move one from my era to any vortex. Then I can push a clone in any vortex to an adjacent era. So it is more valuable if we do get a vortex, which I'm assuming is going to happen soon if it does happen. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and take that.
Okay, I think I want to take Feather of Quetzalcoatl.
Okay. So you're going to take the one with the stripes?
Yes.
And this lets you ready an artifact that's in your hand, so one of the 3 face up, and then when you re-exhaust it, you either discard or destroy it. So that could be a way for you to remove cards that you didn't really like.
Exactly.
So this goes out of the game. Okay, that's my turn. I'm just going to go ahead and discard my cards.
Okay.
Draw my new hand. Did I have anything? No synergies.
No synergies. No,
no
not
synergies.
Yet. Okay, so those all need to get shuffled.
Yes,
and then
we are moving into the second cycle.
Now we're here. So now we're going to put out 2 clones every turn instead of 1, which means more cubes potential if we pull.
What's the problem area? This one.
This one. Yeah.
The medieval times, always the conflict.
Yeah. Okay, 2. So this one is starting where we are, and it's trying to get to blue all the way over there.
Okay.
And this one is from the medieval, trying to get to blue also all the way over there.
That's a convenient one.
Yeah.
And then here's your artifact.
Okay.
So over here.
Cool.
All right. Let's see where Dr. Foe is going.
Where we are.
Green. So there's 1 clone in there?
Yep.
Oh, he's already there.
Yeah.
So three rift cubes.
3 rift cubes. Okay. Let's drop it in.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Okay, so all three went in there.
Okay.
The good thing is, so if I didn't have this power, we would have a vortex here.
Right.
However, because I do have the power, I will take away 1
Yes.
from there, staving off the vortex.
Nice.
Yes.
Very good. Wow. Good thing.
Yeesh.
All right, so what are you going to do? So you need, if you can loop in 2 different eras, either this one, or this one, 2 out of the 3.
Yeah, so I think if I move...
Oh, wait. We have to reveal the next mission.
Oh, yeah, please.
So
he was already there.
he was already here.
And then he remained
So there's
there.
already a mission here, so then we reveal this one.
Correct.
What is it going to be? Make a fool or foe.
Do a loop in Dr. Foe's era 4 times. Oh, that's a challenge.
Oh, no. Just ignore that one for this turn.
Yes. Because green has already been looped.
It would be nice if Dr. Foe ends up in
blue,
any of those 3
globalization,
areas,
or medieval.
because
Yeah.
you can do a double dipper.
Yeah. Ooh.
But that's hard because it's going to take at least four turns.
The good thing is if we can finish this off, then we get a new mission that maybe would be more suitable for us.
Yeah.
Because that's like a double dip, which could work, which could also be very problematic. Yeah. So I have a bunch of push clones. So I'm seeing if I end up here, I can push this green into here and this purple into here.
Okay. Whatever you think is most suitable. I don't really see a direct path with the cards that you have at the moment.
Okay, so I'm going to free move into globalization.
Yep.
And then I am going to push 1 to an adjacent era with my Brawler's gloves. So I'm going to push this green into here.
Okay.
So that goes out. I'll just put it over here.
Nice.
And then I can do... Ooh, actually, you know what? Before doing that, I'm actually going to use Hammer of Thor. Push any number of clones to an adjacent era. So I can do it all in 1 turn.
Nice.
So 1 and 1. So there we go. Those are out.
Awesome.
Should I add 1 to the next era now?
Yeah, I guess so. Because you're going to end up looping here, right?
That's the goal, yeah. So I might as well add 1 to that era.
Might as well.
So I'm going to add 1 to that era, to the next era. So it has to be here.
Yep.
And then I have technically this push 1 to an adjacent era. I have nowhere to go in order to do that.
Oh.
So I think I might just loop now and then just waste this turn. It would have to be.
Yeah.
Okay, so I am going to loop, and I'm going to loop and untap this one by spending this green cube, which would then tap it, add 1 to the next era, which is here.
Great.
And then we just finished off 1 more. So if we can loop either in one of these 2 areas, which nobody's next to.
There's no energy cubes in either spot either. Gosh, and this is full. Uh-oh. We're in some danger territory for sure.
Yeah, I had no way to get rid of to rift cubes, so...
Are you interested in this card?
What is it?
The hairpiece of power.
Add?
So the hairpiece of power, look at that. It allows you to add 1 energy cube to each of the previous 2 eras.
Ooh,
so previous is going counterclockwise.
Definitely interested in that.
You want it?
Yeah, because I have no other way to do that.
Top of your deck.
Yep.
Okay, don't forget to refresh this because I keep forgetting to do it.
I always forget to do it.
And then pass me the bag, please.
Sure.
Let's see where Dr. Foe is going. So now it's two
2,
clones.
yeah, 2.
That second cycle. There we go. So this one's going to go there.
Okay.
And this is going to go here. Oh no, that's one of those far away ones.
Far.
Okay, artifact card for this location.
The purple location.
Yeah. And
It's
then
a little tight.
A little bit tight. A little bit tight. So let's see where Dr. Foe's going.
To globalization.
Globalization. Oh, okay. So that is not a place.
It's not bad.
It's not an ideal place.
Well, if anything drops in here, we have a vortex.
Oh.
But you have a card that says something about vortexes, so maybe it's a okay thing.
We have some breathing room, I guess.
So 2 plus 1. Good luck.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh no, our first vortex.
We have a vortex.
Because even if you use your power,
no,
it's not going to save this location.
Nope.
So let's go ahead and place this. Well, you might as well remove this one then, right?
Mm-hmm.
With your power?
Right.
Okay.
Because the other one's already overrun.
Yes, so we have our first vortex. This is going to go here, and vortexes can never be removed. That is a permanent addition to our universe. And so all of these get removed, and any excess that would have been placed are also removed.
Yep.
So we're fortunate in that way. If this becomes filled up again and we have to place a 4th rift cube, we lose the game.
Instant lose, yes.
That is a risk. And artifact cards can also no longer be placed in areas that have a vortex. Because the vortex just, I assume,
ruins
rips up the card, right?
Yeah, something like that. Or you know what? It's actually your turn. It's not even my turn. So I'm not even allowed to use my power. So, nope.
Yeah, we almost cheated there.
Is going to stay there.
Oh, right. I
Yeah.
know what I was thinking. I thought it was your turn for some reason.
I know, me too.
Gosh, I am worried now because
We're so close to finishing that one mission. If we could focus on just getting that mission over with, that'd be very nice.
yeah, losing seems a lot easier nowadays than earlier.
Yes. It is my turn next, and if Medieval Times gets pulled, then maybe I can strip off one of those.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that final loop in these areas because there are no energy cubes there. I'm so far away. So I think I'm going to start by doing my random punchline generator.
Okay.
This lets me add an energy cube or remove that rift cube from Dr. Fo's era. Okay. And so I think I'm going to add an energy cube. Please?
Totally.
Yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
And then I'm going to spend my free move
to get over there.
Because we might as well start working on that, I guess, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, that'll be a twofer if you do it.
No, yeah.
That's not medieval. That's globalization over there.
It's these two eras that we need for that one.
That's right. The yellow and the yellow gets me sometimes.
Right. Okay. So I'm gonna spend this energy cube to loop.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna
do that again. Okay. So because you looped where Dr. Fo is, yeah, you foul.
Dr. Fo.
I know. There you go. Boom.
Okay, great. Then I'm going to use this again, and I think I'm going to add another energy cube so I can move over.
Totally.
Right?
Yep.
I think I'm going to be able to set it up so that you will be able to loop here.
Over there. Okay.
So at least I was able to do something for this this one.
Okay.
So then I'm going to spend this energy cube to move.
Okay, where you going?
And I'm going to move over here.
Cool.
And
is it Excalibur time?
It is Excalibur time.
Okay.
So the Excalibur, this is the Excalibur, if we forgot what it did. It allows me to push one clone to an adjacent era or move one from my era to any vortex. And then I could push a clone from the vortex to an adjacent era.
Okay.
So what are we going to do?
Lots of things.
I think I'm going to end up pushing this way.
Yeah.
I know it's a little bit further away, but there are too many clones over here.
Way too many over there.
So the first thing is I'm going to push this clone to this era.
Okay.
And then I will move
from that vortex.
Move this from out of the vortex
into that spot. Okay, cool.
So, yeah, that's that card.
Yeah, that's not a problem because green has already been pulled and so is globalization. So only, there's not too much of a threat of having to deal with all that.
A little bit better that way, I think. Then I'm going to spend an energy cube to move.
Okay.
Again, move this way. And finally, I'm going to use my sniper shotgun, which we've seen already from earlier. This lets me push up to 2 clones to adjacent eras.
Nice.
So I'm going to push this to purple, which allows me. Should I remove the rift cube? Because my power?
Yeah, let's do it.
Remove it, right?
Yep.
Okay. And so that gets exterminated. And of course, this one I'm going to push to that era.
Nice.
So I would recommend placing an energy cube. Yeah.
Because there's no rift there to be taken away.
So then you can go over there and loop for the final spot.
Yes, that is the goal. Wow. How do I get there though?
That's it. So let me see if I'd like this artifact card since I've ended up here. The Bat of the Final Judgment. Hey, this is great actually. I'm going to take it.
What is it?
So this is the Bat of the Final Judgment. So this allows me to remove 1 rift cube from Dr. Fo's era or move 1 clone from my era to Dr. Fo's era.
Oh, that's perfect.
So it does 2 of the things that I would want to do, and it gives me the option of either one. So I'm going to take it, and it has a swirl, symbol, which I've been collecting. Yeah. So I'll go ahead and put that there.
Cool.
And that's it. So I'm going to do some cleanup, flip over my Robo Finisher. That's it up. So it's now back to you.
Okay, cool. So we put out 2 clones.
2 clones. Yes. Oof. So we have only 1 real danger spot, which is the medieval era over here. So
that is trying to go all the way to globalization. That's the problem.
Wow.
This one. And that is trying to go all the way over here to the Renaissance.
We pulled some advanced clones, looks like.
Yeah, wow. The complete opposite sides of the boards.
Oops. I don't know. I put those face down.
Excitement.
All right. Artifact card. And this is going to go over here.
Where I'm trying to end up.
Yeah.
I don't know if I can make it there.
And then let's see where Dr. Fo's going.
To the red spot.
To the end of times.
End of times, right here. Okay, so we are going to have 2 plus 1 because of the clone.
Yep.
And so I get to take away 1 of them. So
yes. Oh yes. Thankfully, it's your turn.
Okay, 1 of each.
Oh, that's good.
Where do we want to take it away?
Oh yeah. Probably here, right? But you just pulled it.
I just pulled red, but blue and purple has not been pulled, so they could technically funnel into them. So maybe I should pull from there.
I think so.
Yeah, even though you're there and you're going to do a bunch of stuff, right?
Yeah, but I don't have to do it there. I would pull
Yeah.
it now, yeah.
Just keep it balanced, right?
It's hard to foresee what the next person is going to do just because of how quickly the board changes, right?
So we are going to use my free move, right?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry. We're going to use my hair piece of power first.
Yes.
Okay, the hair piece of power basically says add 1 energy to each of the previous 2 eras. So we got 1 and 1. This is now tapped.
Yep.
And then I will do my free move into that spot right there.
I think so.
So I'm going to flip this over. And that's going to allow me to come over here.
Yep.
And then I will probably use that cube to come here.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, use the cube to now come into the Renaissance. And then now I'll probably use the Feather of Quetzalcoatl. It allows me to basically untap without looping.
Yeah, that's
so I
nice.
will untap.
And to tell you the truth, when you read this to me originally, I was kind of wondering how useful it was going to be.
It's pretty useful, yeah.
Yeah, there you go. That's how useful.
So then now I can put these 2 out into the previous because we're going back in time.
Yes.
1, 2, like that.
Perfect.
And so now, because I use this, I can either destroy this card, the hair piece of power, or I can just discard it. I kind of like what it did, so I'm going to just discard it.
Okay, so that means you're not able to loop that card again.
Not that particular card.
That's great, because these black hole ones, you can never loop. So if you were to use this, you can loop this card. To unexhaust that card.
Exactly.
That card became exponentially more valuable.
It makes those black hole cards useful
a lot
for
more
the untap.
useful.
Yeah,
because usually I think the black hole cards are more powerful.
They're powerful.
That's why you can't
exactly.
loop with them. Okay, cool.
Okay, so it is not over. So I'm going to continue to move. So we're going to move with the cube.
Yep.
We are going to move with the cube, right?
Yep.
Into here.
Uh-huh.
And then now I will loop. So I'm going to take one of these and untap that Feather of Quetzalcoatl.
Wonderful.
Because I did that, I looped in the blue region here, which is the Dawn of Time.
Yay.
And now we have 6 there. So one of us has to get over here by the end of our turn.
You can.
I can?
You totally can.
Okay.
With this.
It's move 1 era, then remove 1 Rift Cube from your era. So
yeah, because you can spend that cube to move.
Oh.
And then this will allow you to move again.
And then I can ready it and do it again.
Can loop with these 2 cubes.
Or I can just ready this card again.
Yeah. You can just ready it again.
Okay.
That's true.
So, okay, let's do this properly.
Okay.
So I use the green cube to move.
Okay.
I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I now have Prowler's Coat, which basically says move 1 era, then remove 1 Rift Cube from your era. So I'm going to get a free move and be allowed to remove this.
Yes.
Okay, that taps this.
Uh-huh.
Because Feather of Quetzalcoatl is what I looped, it's back into my hand. I'm going to re-ready this card.
Yep.
By doing this. And then I'm going to move 1 era.
Yep.
And then destroy 1 Rift Cube that's in that era right there.
Yeah, destroyed.
So that's out. So this is, again, that decision.
That gets discarded.
I'm just going to discard it and not trash the card.
Yes.
So that's
good job. And
that. And now I'm there at the end of a round.
Yay!
That's it,
So we're going to be able to complete this mission.
Yes.
There are no artifact cards in that era, so you're not going to be adding any more to your hand.
Okay.
But are you ending your
That's
turn?
it. Yeah, there's nothing else to do.
All right.
Wow, I made a grand loop right there. That's
you did.
Truly the
you
loop right
traveled
there.
through all of time.
All of time.
Naveen, how does it feel?
I'm a little nauseous, but it's okay.
All right, so let's complete this mission.
Okay.
We have
6 different eras.
6 different eras,
Yep.
so these can get removed.
Okay, perfect. So 2 missions done of 4 total.
No, I think
3 missions?
3.
Oh,
I think
nice.
We just need 1 more.
Nice.
So that's you've earned a gift.
Oh, for us.
Here are the artifact cards, and you get first dibs.
You like the swirly ones, right? Big
I
duct
do,
tape?
but at this point, we're towards the tail end of the game. I think you should just take the one that suits you the best. And then I'm going to flip over the next mission, and it's going to be this one, because that's where Dr. Foe is right now.
Cool.
It is Quantum Sealant. Oh, uh-oh. You have to have 3 different eras that have 0 Rift Cubes and 0 clones. So you can only do this once per turn.
Wow.
And it has to be in the era that you're in. So you have to stand in an era and proclaim that there are no Rift Cubes and there are no clones.
Like this spot right here is exactly it. So somebody has to get to the green spot.
And you can only do it once per turn. So
it's going to take 3 turns minimum.
Gosh. I mean, we can try to loop a bunch in Dr. Foe's era. These last 2 missions are hard.
They're going to be hard, yeah. Okay, so I kind of like this Kabuki mask. It says swap your agent with any one of these tokens.
Oh, that's nice. Here.
Yeah.
That's so we can show some artwork here. This is Naveen's soon-to-be Kabuki mask. So this is going to allow him to swap his agent with any clone. So this is a little switcheroo.
Yeah.
Right? There you go.
Okay, so I'm going to take this one. Which one of these? Pasteure's vaccine or big roll of duct tape?
I like.
You can just snipe a cube.
This
Pretty
is
nice.
good. This is a big roll of duct tape, and it's got that swirl. I've been collecting the swirls. So this just lets me remove a rift cube from any era. Just any era, just
And
like
knowing
that.
that we need to have 0 rift cubes in an era is one of our criteria, you can just be like, that one right there.
I'm sold.
I'm going to get rid of it.
And that is that must be a humongous roll of duct tape.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't forget to unexhaust your time agent.
Yes. Thank
And
you.
then it's my turn, huh?
Yeah, so these two are
pardon
definitely
me.
coming to me. Yep.
I'm gonna go ahead
Ooh,
and put
I got
out
some
synergy.
here. Okay.
So you've been collecting stars.
Honestly, I don't remember. I'm not really collecting many cards, I think. Ooh, okay.
And this is gonna go here.
Okay.
There are a ton of clones on the board.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, and that does not help with our quantum sealant because we need to clear off clones. Now, somebody.
We are so close.
Oh wow. Okay, if you can clear this off, and then maybe this can survive, we can get 2 of them right there. If you can clear this one off, also
You can only do them once per turn.
I know. I'm just saying, but if you can clear it off.
Okay, artifact card. This is gonna go here, and then let's see where Dr. Foe is going. Please, please don't go here.
I know.
All right,
The Renaissance, which is also a problem.
So 4 rift cubes
4 of them,
because
yep.
there are 2 clones here.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't drop them in the middle, it is.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay. A little balance.
Yeah, it's great
Wow.
because actually
That's a
not
problem.
great.
Yeah, that's a problem.
Okay, I don't know if I can remove any of these rift cubes.
Yeah, it's
so
tough. It's hard.
that might be a vortex risk, but I'm going to go ahead and spend this to move here.
Okay. Good.
Then I'm going to use my 86K modem, or 56K
Yeah.
modem. I've upgraded.
Moving.
And I'm just going to use it to add an energy cube here.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use my Confusion Dart Launcher. It says to pull 1 from an adjacent era, a clone. And so I'm going to pull this
blue
clone
one.
here,
Totally.
which exterminates it. And that's my first one.
First one.
And so then it says I can push a clone to an adjacent era. So I'm going to push this one to this
Awesome.
era.
Nice.
So now that it's my second one, I know that I probably should remove these, but I need an
You need a
energy
green
cube
there,
here.
so you can loop there, huh?
So yeah, let's put an energy cube there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to spend this one to move over.
Okay.
And the Bat of Final Judgment.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to use it. It lets me remove a Rift Cube from Dr. Foe's era or move one from my era to Dr. Foe's era. So I'm going to use it to move this clone here.
Into Dr. Foe's.
Yes, so that I could have another energy cube.
Cool.
So that I could loop there twice.
Nice.
So that we would only need one more loop in Dr.
like
Foe's
it.
era to win.
Well done.
So then I'm going to spend this
Spend it to
energy
move.
cube to move.
Yep.
And I'm going to try to loop twice now that there are 3 energy cubes here. So
the first loop costs 1.
Yep.
Okay.
That's the first loop, and I'm going to unexhaust these 2 since they're both swirls.
Yep.
So that's 1 loop. Can I have a red cube here, please?
That's right. Because and again, the mission is to loop exactly where Dr. Foe is. Dr. Foe is where the center ramp is.
Right. And originally I had thought that you could only do this once per turn, but you can't. It doesn't say that. It says it here.
Only here. This is specific about once per turn. Yeah.
Right.
That one you can just
This
keep doing
one's not going to happen.
It's because this is very energy heavy. I would imagine that's why I balanced it that way.
Then I'm going to spend the 56K modem again.
Yep.
To push this clone into this era.
Perfect.
So it gets exterminated. Would you like me to remove the Rift Cube?
Yes, please, because then, just in case if we have to bail onto that one as a mission,
great.
We can say that that's a cleared mission.
Yeah.
That's a cleared spot for this mission.
For that mission. Yeah, I have to be there.
You have to be there, but maybe I could move through it if I have to.
Okay. And then my Bat of Final Judgment, I'm going to use to remove a Rift Cube from Dr. Foe's era.
Cool.
And then I'm going to loop again with both of these energy cubes this time.
Okay.
So 1 red cube here.
Okay, so that's the third. Okay, so
One
depends
more.
on where he ends up on the next
and I
the
will
next draw.
untap these. And now
Wow, there's no energy cubes on the board. There's only if we draw purple, that's then we're good for the next round.
Okay, well I can't you know what? I'm gonna do this. So I'm gonna spend the Bat of Final Judgment again to remove this.
Cool.
And then I'm going to spend the 56K modem to add an energy cube here.
Cool.
But I'm going to spend it to move here.
Oh, so you all do it.
So that I can put
one out there.
One out there, just so we're working on multiple things at once.
Cool.
And that's it. So you have options on your turn, Naveen.
Yeah.
There's a wide array of things that you can do.
There's not much energy out there. So
yeah, that's the one thing. Sorry.
Purple has not been drawn, and purple's the only place that we can loop technically. So if we have a 1 in 3 chance of potentially winning this next one. If purple draws, then I think we're in decent shape.
Oh, you can't add any energy cubes, huh?
No.
Oof. Well.
No.
Sorry, I spent it all.
That's okay.
Uh-oh. Okay.
That was good, though.
Well, I'm ending my action phase. There are no artifacts here. No completed missions. That's it. I'm going to charge my battery.
And again, there will never be artifacts here because there's a vortex there.
Correct. Yeah. And that's me. So
we get your duct tape in
I got my duct tape, yeah.
All right.
Oh, these are all good.
Okay, so now where do these clones go? See, clones going to green is perfect right now, if we could.
Yeah. So maybe we're in the last 2 turns. We'll see.
Okay, so yes, this is in green. That goes there.
Nice.
And this is in the... Oh, wow. Okay. This is here. The good thing is this has already been pulled.
Perfect. Just stash all the clones.
Stash all the clones in one spot.
In our era of all places. I mean, makes sense, I guess.
An artifact.
Oh, yes, artifact card. And this is going to go here.
Medieval times.
Yep.
All right.
Let's see where Dr. Foe
Come on,
is.
don't be medieval.
Going.
Oh, purple. Nice.
Right there.
This is a
Age
good
of
thing.
robots.
This is a good thing. Okay, cool. So this is going to be 3.
Isn't that where you said you wanted to go?
That's exactly where I want to go.
Wow.
Because if Dr. Foe goes here,
Yeah.
then I can loop in their area, and that's the only place where there's energy. So, all right, these 3 are going to go in, and they all scatter.
That would be hilarious if they all went here.
Oh, I know.
Although with your power, you would be able to stop a vortex.
Which I will do right here. Okay.
Oh, okay.
All right. So,
I think this is an easy
I think
peasy.
this is it. Yeah. So,
Although, actually... Oh, yeah, because this is already the place where the mission is. Yeah. This is smooth sailing for you.
Okay, remove 1 from the next 2 eras. So we'll free move.
Okay. Well, what are you
free
doing?
move into here. We'll spend this, remove 1 rift cube from the next 2 eras. Boom, boom.
Nice.
And then technically I can just, I'll loop right now.
Yeah.
Take this off. Untap this because we looped in Dr. Foe's area. This is it. Oh, I don't know why I keep saying that. And then
You gotta end your turn.
I can end my turn. That's it. Yeah.
Dude, that's it. That's all that mission
I just
needs.
look at me, Dr. Foe.
Would you like to select an artifact?
No, thank you.
Yeah,
I
there's
think
no points in the
That was
All right.
it. Wow.
So we've completed the mission.
Ooh.
4 times. We've looped in Dr. Foe's area. So
Foe.
that is it. That is exactly 4 missions.
4 missions.
We win. Wow, finally in the beginning.
I know.
We won the game.
We got lucky on the card draw there at the end.
Nice. Yeah, we did it. So towards the tail end there, I was beginning to sweat a little bit. You know, you hit your first vortex and then you think like, uh-oh, how soon are the other ones going to follow, right?
Yeah, we were stacked up a lot of times on the same side of the board.
Yeah.
And some of the missions were you have to do stuff in Dr. Foe's. I can't say it for some reason. Yeah, I keep wanting to say that. Dr. Foe's era. Yeah, exactly. And so it's hard. Sometimes you have to manage, where those green cubes are just to get over there to have the opportunity. So you kind of sometimes feel like you're just chasing things.
Yeah.
But that's good. It puts that kind of stress on you.
And it looked like, there was a moment there where it looked like it was kind of smooth sailing. Mm-hmm. But the thing about this game is it can ramp up real quick, especially once you enter the next cycle.
Yes,
if you get to the 3rd cycle, like you're in real trouble.
You're
because
in big trouble, yeah.
The clones, just going all over the board, you can only do so much on your turn. Mm-hmm. And you don't know which card you're going to draw. So that kind of damage control is not always the easiest thing to do.
Totally. Yeah.
And so, I'm just glad they were able to escape before the next couple of vortexes, right?
Yeah, I think this card was going to draw. The Medieval Times was stacked up at 3.
Uh-huh.
And it was one of the 3 cards that did not come out yet. So it was going to be a problem.
Yeah, so we definitely got lucky with that last card draw. Mm-hmm. But anyway, good job.
Yeah,
we did it.
Good job.
So that is the standard game of the loop. It's called Sabotage. There are other modes of play. Mm-hmm. We actually haven't tried the other modes of play because we kept losing this one.
The first 2 games we lost, and then we finally started kind of winning, meaning it was a struggle.
It was a struggle, yeah.
And then I think this one we struggled also. In my opinion, I think it was very challenging, to do this, even though it looked fairly easy, because we were accomplishing the missions. But like you said, once you move into that 2nd era and those tokens come out, it gets kind of difficult.
And part of the reason why is because there's definitely a right order of things. Like when you draw your 3 cards in your hand, you kind of have to program them in a certain way to maximize the amount of things that you can do. Mm-hmm. And so if you kind of don't get that in the right order, then you'll be in trouble.
Things will crumble.
And, things can scale, really, really, or ramp up really quickly.
Yep.
And also, the first couple times that we were playing, the different time agents have different levels of complexity, and the game doesn't really scale in other ways for 2 players.
Right.
There's nothing really in particular for 2 players besides the number of clones that you start the game with on the board. And that can be a little bit challenging. So in the past, we were like, let's just use a couple of the medium complexity or even like one of the high complexity time agents, just because we found their powers to be interesting.
Yep.
But we found that you kind of need a low complexity agent because their power is just so good.
Yeah, I feel like the Prowler, the one I have, in a 2-player game, there's up to 21 turns, right? So if I had the Prowler in a 4-player game, I only get to activate that action once every 4 turns, technically. But in a 2-player game, every other turn I get to activate that action, so I'm able to take 1 red cube off every other turn.
Yeah. So I don't know if it makes it too easy.
Not sure. Yeah.
But it's very very useful.
Very nice. Yeah.
The other low complexity agent allows you to just move to any era rather than doing the adjacent move that everybody else has to do, and that's also real nice. Good, yeah.
Sure.
So this is the loop. It is the Pandasaurus's newest release. That's a fully cooperative game. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I like co-op games, as you know, and it's another one of those, where you're going around the board, you're trying to put out fires, and you're trying to basically keep your head afloat, and that's basically those are the kind of games I like in co-op. So I think it's interesting. The theme is pretty good here. It's wacky, mad scientist who is trying to be the master of the universe and doesn't know what he's doing, and so he's accidentally going to destroy it, and so we're kind of sent through time to try to manage it and
destroy his
time machine so that he can't destroy the universe unknowingly. So I think it's pretty cute, pretty whimsical.
This is definitely a family weight cooperative game, right? It's not that complicated. There's a lot of chaos, which also leads to like luck kind of involved.
With the tower, definitely.
With the tower, and also just the way that your cards come out. Like, there is some light deck building, but it's really light because even the amount of artifact cards that you're going to be adding to your deck, it's not every turn. Like, it's always optional, and you're not always going to end up in an era where there are cards. And even if you do, you might not even like the cards. So it's really light deck building, but it is there. That was helpful for me when I was kind of tailoring the deck that I was making and just choosing that one kind of symbol to maximize the amount of loops I'd be able to do, right? Even with the light deck building, every turn you're only drawing 3 cards. Like, the only thing that you can really control is the new card that you acquire.
That one goes on top
of your deck. So you know that you're going to get that definitely. But the other cards you have no idea. And so that's definitely like part of the chaotic part of the game because you can't exactly plan out what you're going to have. And like, even if there are a ton of rift cubes and you know for a fact that I need to go over there and do some damage control with rift cubes, if you do not pull cards that let you do that, then you have no choice.
Then you have to wait,
The only basic actions are looping and movement. Everything else depends on your cards.
On what the card text says.
There's no way of mitigating any of that, which means you can lose purely by luck. And a lot of cooperative games are like that. It's more like you kind of like try to foresee your chances of pulling certain things. In this game in particular, those rift cubes come out of this. I call it the toy because it's like a plastic thing that you put together. And this is Dr. Foe. But you put the rift cubes in there and you don't know where they're going to get spit out, right? So it could be a highly problematic era that's completely full of rift cubes, but you don't have control over that.
Right.
So that's part of the reason why we really liked to include your time agent.
Yeah.
Just helps mitigate some of that, right?
There was definitely, I think the first time we ever played, you set up the game by having the clones out, and 2 clones started in the same area, I believe, and then we threw in 3 cubes, and we got a vortex like pretty early
turn
on.
1.
I think it was turn 1. It was like, it is what it is. So that was a very challenging game.
Yes.
We have not seen that happen again since then. I think that was a very big outlier.
Right.
But that goes back to that luck factor.
So just let it be known that you're not going to be able to control everything in this game, and that for some is part of the appeal because there's just like that chaos factor that you can't control. It's part of the theme, right? Like, it's very, very wacky, and the visual design of the game kind of plays to the theme as well. So all of the cards are really cute. The artwork, everything, all of the artifacts, what they're called, is really funny.
Yes.
And just the whole production of it, I think it's really, really good. I also think that the design is not meant for you to have that much control.
Yeah. Right? Again, we've lost the first couple games, which I think is a good sign of a good co-op. Is you
don't want them to be easy.
Yeah. If you just dominate the first time you play, it's kind of like I don't know if there's like that
enough
much
game
in there. So I think the first 3 games we've played, we've lost or something like that.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I think it was the first 3 we lost.
It's really easy to lose the game, especially the first couple times that you play it. When you're trying to figure out. Because the thing about it is you're only doing really like 3 different things, right? You're adding or removing cubes from an era. You're moving around the board, and then you're pushing clones around to try to exterminate them by getting them to their destination. And so every single artifact card is pretty much just like I mean, you have some outliers, but a majority of them are just variations on that.
Exactly, yeah.
And so it makes the gameplay actually really addicting because on your turn, you're looking at your 3 cards and you're trying to figure out the order in which to play them, and then throw in the fact that you can loop to unexhaust, certain cards.
To reuse
and
it, yeah.
Now you really have like a specific order that you want to play these cards in. So that puzzle is really fun. And I think that's part of what makes it engaging. In higher player counts, because we played it at 2, right? And we played it also at 3.
Yeah.
But in higher player counts, some people's turns, if you're not like all fully engaged with everybody's turns, some people's turns can run kind of long. And I've heard other people say that the game can run kind of long. 2-player games are always pretty much
pretty quick for us, at least. Yeah,
they're not too bad, and it does play well at 2. But I will say that the missions don't scale.
Yes. Some of these, so like the missions that you saw here, that is the scale for a full player count or for 2 players.
Yes.
So we are responsible by having to go all over the board to try to solve some
Just
of these
the 2 of
problems.
us.
Yeah, versus in a 3 or 4 player game, there's just more board coverage and things can kind of change a little bit.
There's one mission tile in particular. I don't think we played with it. It's called Surround Dr. Foe. And so with this mission tile, you and another agent have to be on the 2 areas adjacent to Dr. Foe.
Yeah.
And so that is definitely way more difficult in a 2-player game.
Yes.
You can only do this once per turn,
Yes.
and Dr. Foe always moves. You don't know where he's going to go.
Dr. Foe could move complete 180 to the other side of the board, and you've been spending so much time just to position yourself on opposite sides.
Right.
And then he moves because of a card draw.
Yeah.
And then now you're just left chasing him again. So this mission was
that mission's hard. Granted,
very
I mean, there
difficult.
are 10 mission tiles that the game comes with, and you only play with 7 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So that one wasn't even in this game randomly.
Yeah.
But there's enough variation, I think, for that to not truly be a problem. But just know that it doesn't really have specific scaling rules for a 2-player game.
Yeah, I would have expected that, this one says you need to do it 3 times to complete this mission. In a 2-player game, maybe do it only twice.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Other than that, I really think it is a solid family weight cooperative game. And I think this is probably one of my favorite Pandasaurus releases to be released in the past year.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. This is one of those games where after the first time we played it, frequently throughout the week, I was like, can we play the loop?
Yeah, we were ready to play it again.
It's fun.
Right
It's
away,
easy to just kind of get into, and I like it at 2, actually. It's like a fun, just engaging, puzzly activity that we just...
Especially the idea of losing. We crashed and burned the first time. So it's like, no. We're going to play this game again. So it made us want to go back to it, and we played it several times in a very short time period.
So yeah, because of that, I feel like you can definitely get better at the game. And then once you feel like, okay, we really have a handle on this game, there are different levels of difficulty, even just for this sabotage scenario. And then you can go back to that book and play the other, I think there are like 4 total versions of the gameplay that you can try.
Yeah, and then you can vary up your character power and all that stuff. So.
The other types of gameplay include extra components that we didn't show in our video today. And so some of them include I think it's like super clones, where if you are able to exterminate a super clone, you get like a permanent energy cube that stays on that era for you to continue to spend. It just never gets exhausted.
Right.
So that's just an example of one kind of like extra thing that you can do in other variations of the game. Anyway, final thoughts?
Yeah, it's fun. I do want to try the other missions and the mission objectives. So Sabotage, like we said, is the only one we have played, and that's why we wanted to showcase that one today. So I want to try, I don't know, whichever next one you want to play. I want to do it. And how about yourself?
Yeah, I really enjoyed this game. It is definitely family weight, definitely wacky, everything that we've already mentioned in the review. Highly recommend checking it out, especially if you like cooperative games. If you're interested in knowing how this plays with kids, at the beginning of the video, we did recommend a live stream gameplay from Kidsplaining. It's a dad and 2 of his kids who he did a live play of the loop with.
Yep.
So go ahead and check it out in the description below if you'd like to see it.
Otherwise, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you do have any questions about the game, feel free to leave them in the comments below, and we'll try to get to them as soon as we can. And if you'd like to see more videos like this in the future, please consider subscribing.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye.